What's going on, everybody? I just got back from checking out Blue Beetle, and as you can see right there on my Twitter, I think this is one of the best DC films in nearly a decade. And you can already see there's somebody there who's, oh, ain't no way, blah, blah, blah. Look, the thing about Blue Beetle is it is a roaring good time. It has everything that you want in a superhero comic book genre film. It's got that heart, it's got that humor, it's got heroics, and for how small the budget was and how it was supposed to originally be an HBO Max or Max original, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And this is a movie you should not miss. I'm telling you, like, I get there's this idea that DC is just crap nowadays. And you can see here, and Jonah of the Nerd Age, they've got a great podcast. Go check out their podcast. Jonah and I, we go back and forth on Twitter all the time. But if you take a look at his post here, he goes, ain't no way the cult of Gun drinking that Kool-Aid. But this has nothing to do with Gun. Sit back, relax, enjoy the movie. Cholo is fantastic as Jaime Reyes. And I was worried about George Lopez. I thought that his role was going to be absolutely ridiculous and dumb and terrible. But to my surprise, it was actually pretty good. Even that line that said in the one trailer where everybody got upset, where it was, Batman's a fascist. It kind of got me upset because I was like, really, guys? Really? You're going to go that route? But I tell you what, it works. It works for who the character is. Again, it's all about the world building. It's all about creating a world for Blue Beetle to exist in and understanding the family that he has grown up in. And they do a fantastic, I'm sure you've heard that time and time and time again in reviews, is the family aspect of it. And it's not just, yes, they do a fantastic job on hitting that Latino family aspect, but it's not just Latinos that can relate to this. Take a look at America right now, and many, many middle class or lower class families can relate to what they go through in this film. And it's not heavy-handed. There's nothing there that's shoving any kind of message in your face. It's like, look, this family sticks together. This family always finds a way. Regardless of whatever is going on in their lives, they find a way. And it's beautiful. The villain, Susan Sarandon, I was wondering what they were going to do with her. And I don't hate her in the film. She's your typical throwaway, mustache twirling villain. But she has a bodyguard who is really the right hand of her. He's more of he's the brute force. He's the one where you get to see the action come from. And even he has a very touching story that relates to the family aspect. And for them to do that to a villain, for them to give him the arc that he was given was genius, because this movie could have easily fallen into it being just like Iron Man or Iron Man 2. And honestly, throughout the movie, there was a couple moments where I sat there and said, this is what Ant-Man should have been, because I really despise the first Ant-Man movie. And I sat there and said, this is what the first Ant-Man, this is how Ant-Man should have been. But it's just so much better. It is incredible what they were able to do with this film and this character. This is a film. This is a character. Blue Beetle is not a very well-known comic book character. And I'm sure a lot of people who have seen the previews and have heard about the movie probably think that he is some kind of Iron Man knockoff. And they do a good job in not making it too Iron Man-esque. They do a good job. Yes, he's got the scarab who talks to him, similar to the AI that Tony has, but they make sure it's differentiated. Even the way that they view Raimi Jaime in The Mask is completely different than what they've done from Iron Man. So fantastic. They did so many good things with this movie. Again, this isn't, look, this isn't to say that this is the greatest superhero movie of all time, but I truly believe, and I stand by it, that this is one of the best DC films in nearly a decade. Man of Steel's still up there. But I think, while I love Batman vs. Superman, from an audience standpoint, from a standpoint of where anybody and everybody could watch a movie and enjoy it. Like, I couldn't sit there and say to my mom, go sit down and watch Batman vs. Superman. I think she would get bored with it. But Blue Beetle, I could tell my mom to sit down and watch it, and I think she would enjoy it. She would see Susan Sarandon. That's her connection to it, as a general audience member. That would be her connection into it. I know who Susan Sarandon is. I will watch this. I will check it out. And that's the beauty of this movie, because there's a lot of connection and there's just a good story. And it looks great. And it's fun. And it leaves you wanting more without leaving you unsatisfied. Yeah. You're very satisfied by the end. Let's clarify that. You're very satisfied by the end of the movie, but you also want more. And that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing what they were able to do there. I would say, without seeing Into the Spider-Verse, I still don't know if I'm going to see that, or Across the Spider-Verse, or whatever that is. Without seeing that this year, this is the number 2 comic book movie of the year. Only Guardians of the Galaxy beating it out. Only because Guardians, I think, was a bigger spectacle. But this movie, I'm telling you, there is not a DC movie, absolutely not a DC movie since 2017 that comes close to this. And like I said, I'm willing to go back to Man of Steel. Man of Steel's above it. Number 2 might be Blue Beetle for me. I know it's wild, it's crazy. How could you say that? How could you even say that? Look, I don't typically do reviews on movies unless I really, really, really enjoyed them. And this here, everybody go check it out. The tomato meter down to 76. Look, it's certified fresh, which is awesome. A little disappointing that it's down to 76. I think it could be up in that 80s range. But the audience score at 92, I say that's about right. Maybe 95%. I'm not one. I don't usually look at Rotten Tomato scores to determine what I go see, but I know there's a lot of people that do. The audience who has seen it has liked it. So why haven't you seen it? So go check out Blue Beetle. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. Don't go in there thinking, oh, I'm doing this and it means I'm supporting James Gunn. No, get the hell out of here with that. Go see the movie, enjoy it for what it is. And that's what I mean about enjoying films and going to see movies. You don't go in there expecting what's to come or what has come before. Go in and enjoy the film. With all that said, everyone, thanks for watching. Hit like, smash subscribe, share this around, all that stuff. And I'll talk at all of you later.